I am returning. My name is Zach Weaver, and I'm back with Zach Weaver Productions. This is my side project that I use for marketing purposes and expressing my views on the media, my views on politics, and more largely a way of garnering an audience in order to promote my artwork, which has admittedly been delayed from time to time. And I will say that this is probably the longest I've been away from making videos since I started making videos. I think I don't believe that I've made videos in nearly 2 years. I may have made a video last summer, but I'm not sure. But it's been at least a year since I've made a video. It is now September 5th, and there's a lot of exciting things to catch up on. I've been building canvases, and that's what I have here. All of these are my canvases, my frames, which I'm building, and of course this is my media venture in order to garner an audience in which to market my work. So this is one. This is my primary marketing tool, but it's also a means of me developing my political and media ideas and philosophies. So I'm going to continue doing that as I as I go forward, and I want to make it clear that I'm going to be continuing to do this on a more regular basis. I've said that in the past, but this time I'm in a more stable life situation, and I think that's going to be more realistic now. So expect weekly videos, not daily, but on a weekly occasion. I believe today's Thursday. It's not always going to be Thursday, but I expect on a weekly basis to be continuing to put out videos, and that'll be on YouTube, Rumble, Odyssey, and Gab Social. So I've got a good 4 different outlets for promoting my work, because as we know, the new media landscape is becoming more and more closed and censored and regulated in ways that are unprecedented. And it's a scary idea, but it's true that it started with Alex Jones and what happened to him, how he was taken off there was a conspiracy behind a series of social media platforms to remove him from YouTube, Facebook, Spotify, I think those, Twitter, all the big ones had yanked Alex Jones all at once, and that was kind of the start of this, of where we are now, where of course it was at the beginning of 2021 where Trump was removed, where President Trump, sitting President Trump, was removed from social media for his claims about election fraud and the events that occurred on January 6th, which the deep state, the FBI in particular, are still not being forthright about what happened that day, and the amount of the amount of informants and undercover agents who were in that crowd that day. The FBI will not commit to an answer. They will not say no, because who knows, they don't want to commit perjury, so they just don't answer the question in congressional hearings. This is old news, but of course I'm just saying that it's a roundabout way of saying that it's important that I, in this early stage of my media ventures through social media, that I put out content on a variety of platforms. So you can find me on YouTube, you can find me on for video sharing platforms. You can find me on YouTube, Rumble, Gab Social, Odyssey. I'm also on Facebook and Reddit. So that's basically the extent at this moment, but this is really just me reintroducing myself to you guys. I know I don't have a very big audience. I think I have a total of 9 subscribers at this time, a grand total of 9. So, but I also haven't been putting out content very regularly. This seemed like the time to do it. We're barely 2 months, just barely 2 months away from Election Day 2024, Donald Trump versus Kamala Harris. So that's going to be the primary focus of my content from here till Election Day. And then I'm going to start moving more towards other subjects. So politics is going to be a discussion I talk about quite a bit. Usually I'm going to try to relate it to media, but that's not always the case. This is it. So I would say maybe it's important to reevaluate and make clear what my video topics are going to be about going forward from this point. So number one is how the media landscape, navigating the media landscape is going to be an important conversation point. And that basically means communicational awareness. That's probably the best way that's probably the best way to describe it. Communicational awareness, information hygiene. So it's not only important to be able to navigate in the modern social media landscape and mainstream traditional media landscape. It's going to be the core. It's going to be always my number one focus on this channel. It has been since the start, is understanding and discussing and relaying to you guys the different developments within social media, within all forms of mass media, and how best to navigate that yourself, and how best to take in information and form your own decisions, and if possible, and if you're so inclined, to create your own content, and how best to do that given the shifts and changes that are occurring on social media. And I'm gonna be focusing with my social media, with my media focus is gonna still be my primary focus in talking about communicational awareness. Number two is more of the other side of that, which is issues like how to maintain anonymity through communication. We live in an age where privacy is a growing concern all the time. The Fourth Amendment is constantly being attacked. Ever since the Patriot Act, we live in perpetual surveillance state. That's the kind of situation we're in. So it's always going to be important, and I'm always going to be talking about. I'm going to be updating my database for the payphones that are active that you can use and how to use them. I'm going to talk about drop phones. I'm going to talk about Faraday cages. I'm going to talk about all these different aspects of how to both navigate through communicational awareness, our social media landscape, and secondly, to practice information hygiene and anonymity, and to understand your rights as a citizen to understand. So First Amendment. So first priority is the First Amendment, where you have your right to freedom of speech. Second priority is the Fourth Amendment, I guess, which is right to search and seizure, which is two amendments that are constantly being violated. They're both issues that I want to discuss. One from more of a social media landscape, communicational awareness perspective, and number two from a privacy, anonymity, how best to communicate privately and kind of scrub your cover your tracks. Not to say that anybody here is a criminal or is going to do something. This is something that concerns everybody. You don't have to have malintent. You don't have to be a bad person. You don't have to have any kind of ill intent or motives to wish. It's your right to protect yourself and protect your privacy in an age where it's being encroached upon by advertisers, corporations, and most importantly, the government itself, and through that, the deep state. So these are all things that I want to talk about. Those are two of the subjects. The third subject is going to be discussing my burgeoning political philosophy, which is based around an idea I call Christian socialism. This is an idea. This is a direction I see politics going in our country and across the Western world, where you see the left and the right, conservatives and liberals, really don't have all that much difference. I know it seems like we're very divided, but really the Overton window is quite narrow. And so Christian socialism is a concept where I try to unite, where I try to outflank the Democrats and the left liberals on economics. I try to go more towards socialist policies, a lot of which was pushed by Bernie Sanders and AOC at one time. Economically leftist policies outflanking the Democrats on the left, and socially very conservative Christian principles and traditionalist perspectives towards the country and its history, and how to best utilize our history and our identity as Americans going forward. That's something I want to outflank the Republicans and the conservatives on the right, because frankly, at the end of the day, Trump is, in my opinion, too socially liberal, because now he does have to appeal and reach out to a greater base of minorities and other people, and he has to broaden his, in order to win elections, Trump has to broaden his outreach, and in a lot of ways that makes him and the Republicans, frankly, just too socially liberal for me, and the Democrats are just too economically conservative. So outflanking the Democrats on economics, outflanking the Republicans on social issues. That's how I see Christian socialism going forward. It's a philosophy and a movement that I hope to build through this channel, and is something I'll be discussing from time to time. That's issue number 3. Number 4 is finally my any updates, information, showcasing of my artwork, which I will do from time to time. I'm in the midst of a 121 painting series, and that is how I sell my work. So any donations to this channel, which probably won't happen anytime soon given how small, marginal my channel is, but at some point I will be marketing my artwork more, and any donations to this channel will be received in the form of, so anytime somebody donates to my artwork, it will be considered a contribution towards my artwork, and people will be rewarded for that. I don't take in donations, I take in contributions. Those contributions go towards my artwork, and people will be receiving artwork. I will treat my what people call donations, I will treat them as contributions towards my artwork, which will be repaid in kind to my loyal audience once I achieve that. So I will continue to do this. I will be giving out weekly videos, and those are the 4 types of videos I'm going to be discussing. Those are the 4 topics I will be discussing, and I will go forward doing that, and look forward to primarily political content, given the nature of this 2024 election. I will be mostly talking politics, but going forward, as I give out these weekly videos, expect to hear from me on those 4 topics: mass media and communicational awareness, information hygiene and anonymity and privacy. 3 will be Christian socialism, my philosophy that I am trying to promote and develop through these conversations we're having. And lastly, 4, my art practice, my oil painting practice, which is kind of the financial arm of all of this. This is kind of what this is all about, is promoting my art at the end of the day. So I will leave it at that, and stay tuned for more content soon, guys. Thank you.